They call us crazy conspiracy theorists, but one after another, they keep turning out to be true. People have been talking about UFOs minimally since the 40s, or they've been investigating them since the 40s. But there is a long history of people seeing weird objects flying through the sky when there is nothing that could be up there other than birds. So tonight on Thursday Night Live, we're going to be talking about the UFO disclosure that just recently occurred. So stay tuned. So the Department of War recently released a treasure trove of documents relating to UFO and or UAP, the new name, unidentified aerial phenomena, which everyone, it's kind of like Twitter and X. Like, it's X, but you still call it Twitter because it's easier. So UAP. But they released, I did not write down how many pages, but a lot of material. And since that time, and this has been a couple of weeks, over 1 billion people have accessed those files. And according to sources, they are going to be releasing more documents as time moves forward. So one of the things that I find interesting is that over 1 billion people have accessed those files. However, I have not seen anybody bring forward reports of anything phenomenal that they have found in this trove of documents. There have been some videos shown on TV, but no smoking gun, no like real hardcore pictures, no government documents as far as like, this is what they found. There's no body. There's nothing. I mean, there's just these documents of credible sources, supposedly. Okay, I have not looked at them, so this is a little bit of secondhand information of credible sources relaying what they have seen in the sky. So military people, police officers, those kind of individuals. But it's interesting because Fox News brought this story up as part of their coverage, and they brought on credible, witnesses that were able to access this information or, had sources on the inside that could give them this information. And what they revealed was that there were 4 types of alien beings. So there are the grays, which are the kind you see on TV, the short little gray guys with the little teeny mouth and really no nose. Those are the grays. Then there are my personal favorite, the reptilians, who live in underground bases and control the government. And they are anthropomorphic, and all of them are anthropomorphic. They have arms and legs, but the reptilians are scaly and supposedly have a long tail attached to them. Then there are the insectoids, which I find very interesting. And I actually worked with a lady at a fair, and psychically, she was one of these insectoids, which was kind of weird because it was before I even knew that they were a thing. But they supposedly look like praying mantises. And then there are the Nordics, which are actually Caucasian. I'm going to say it in the politically correct way, Caucasian, and are often depicted with white hair. And it is my belief, and what I talk about in my book, E.T. Chronicles, What Myth and Legends Have to Say About Humanity, they are the ones that won the war against the half man, half snake, half man, half fish, aka the reptilians, and took over control of the planet. And it is this group that pushed forward the idea of creating humanity in their own likeness. Okay. So I said they released case files and some like not good video. Um, if I could read my own handwriting, it would be really good. Oh, but there has been this talk about them having challenges. This is senators having challenges of getting the documents released, that they're being slow walked or, interrupted in some way of getting the documents put out there. But again, so far, no pictures of aliens. So far, no pictures of craft. Now, granted, we have AI now, and that could be part of the issue, that, you could just generate something on AI and call it real, and it would be a little hard pressed to dispute that. But, and so there are a number of whistleblowers or people in the know that have wanted to come forward, but there's concern that they are hesitating, like they don't want to show up for interviews. They don't want to go out on the record because of the 15 NASA or jet propulsion employees that have gone missing in the last couple of years. And so, their fear is, if I come forward, if I give this evidence out there, that I will also become one of these missing people. But according to a new release, it's not just the U.S. that has documentation about these UAPs. Apparently, there are reports that came from Russia about their MiGs chasing after aircraft in the sky, multiple reports of that. So, you think it's a United States thing, but actually it's a global event that is happening. So my question is, why not produce the evidence? Why not give us or the news or, the media or whatever access to the crafts, access to any bodies that have been recovered or tissue of bodies that have been recovered? Because if the aliens were actually caught live on camera on the news, then I think it would bring more credibility to this whole thing. And it's not that I'm doubting extraterrestrials and UFOs. It's not coming from a doubting place, but it's coming from we're releasing this stuff. And it's kind of like, yeah, but you gave us the stuff from the bottom sock or all the way in the back that you haven't touched in years, and who cares? So bottom line, what seemed like science fiction maybe is not too much. So what do you think? What do you think about the UFO thing, and the release and the timing of the whole thing? And please put your comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. But before I move on and transition into the rest of the show, I have something very, very exciting to share. And so, okay, I want to say I've been working on this a long time, but that it would not be a true story. So today has been the debut of a new tinfoil hat character who likes to talk conspiracy. And his name is Raylan McBride. And he's here just for a very quick visit to be with you. So hang on and please welcome Raylan McBride from the Bark of Reason.
They've tried to tax it, they've tried to shame it, but now they're hacking your DNA to ban it. Let's talk about alpha-gal syndrome. It's not a tick problem, it's a your dinner is illegal problem. The labs are printing lab-grown sludge and forcing bug burgers on the masses. They need you allergic to the real thing, so you're dependent on their processed slurry. It's a cowless coup, and they're using a bug as the trigger man. A population that can't eat red meat is a population that's easier to herd. They're turning the natural world into a bioweapon. If you can't eat from the land, you're forced to eat from the machine. They're coming for your grill and they're using a parasite to force feed you their sludge. Get loud before a ribeye steak is extinct. Signing off, I'm Raylan McBride. This is The Bark of Reason. Stay sharp, stay free, stay cool.
So that's Raylan, and he debuted today. Hang on one second. So he is going to be, he is a new character that I have created, and he will be dropping videos very regularly. Like I have one scheduled to drop tomorrow. There'll be a couple that will drop next week as well. If you would like to if you like him, because isn't he adorable with the little tinfoil hat? Anyway, if you would like to support him, like and subscribe to his channel, you can find him on YouTube at The Bark of Reason. That's on YouTube. He's also on TikTok, The Bark of Reason, and on Facebook, where he shares a whole lot of conspiracy theory posts as well as poodle videos on Facebook. But on all of the platforms, it's The Bark of Reason. Please like and subscribe and support Raylan in his endeavor to get the truth out. And if you would like to support me, you can go to my website. I don't want that one. It'll work. Soulhealer.com, and you can read any of the articles that I've written. You can get copies of my books there. They're all signed and ready to go. And if you like the material that I put forward and would like to schedule a private consultation with me, please go to soulhealer.com and reach out. Would love to hear from you. Oh, and if you love Raylan, I would love to hear your comments and put those in the comments below. I have my fingers crossed that this is just going to go viral. That's my hope. So send Raylan some really good juju. Okay. So let's talk about the ground rules. So if you would like to get a reading today, please go into the chat room and type in something to the effect, "Hey, Dr. Rita, your hair looks really good." Okay, maybe not so good today, but your hair looks really good, because you can lie. And then you can say, "And I'd like to get a reading," and then give me a number between 1 and 3. And that's how many times I will shuffle on your behalf. So 1 and 3 in the chat room. And I will get to you in the order that they are received. And there's already a ton of comments in there. And so if you're concerned that you are not going to get your reading today, all right, remove. And there we go. You can go to soulhealer.com/live. That's soulhealer.com/live. And jump the line. And so if I hear that little chime that was just chiming before, I will go check and do a reading for whoever submits it via email. If you have a specific question, what's going on with my health, what's going on with my work, I have a relationship question, which does not necessarily come up under 1, 2, 3. Soulhealer.com, click the Ask Dr. Rita, and in addition to jumping the line, you can ask a personal question of me. And while you're there, if you're enjoying the show, and you want to leave me a little something, there's also a link there where you can leave a tip. Okay.